You want to know exactly how to buy a house just like this one for $1,000? Come on, I'll show you. Now, the first thing you got to do, this is number one, is get your credit right. You got to get your credit right, you got to get your money right. A lot of people say, well, Wayne, I've got a job, I've been on my job for years, I've got a 620 credit score. How can I buy a house for $1,000? And hang in there with me, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. For one, you got to have a 620 or higher credit score. If you have a 620 or higher credit score, 2 years on the job, and show proof that you have paid your taxes for the last 2 years, you can buy a house. And not just any house, it's exciting to know you can buy a house just like the one I'm walking you through, and they're all around the country. It's not just right here in southern Louisiana, it's in every state. The types of loans that you get, it's called a USDA loan. They're guaranteed by the United States Department of Agriculture, and they call these loans rural development loans. Now, you could purchase a house like this. This home is only 6 years old. It's open, floor plan, granite countertops, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, just under 2,100 square feet, and you only need $1,000. Now, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. My name is Wayne Turner. For nearly 30 years, I've done everything when it comes to real estate, buying, flipping, selling, you name it, sold thousands of houses. I'm going to show you exactly how you can buy a house just like this one. I'm going to walk you through it, and as I walk through, I'm going to show you exactly how to do just that, buy a house for $1,000 out of pocket. Now, as I'd mentioned, this house is in a gated community. It's only 6 years old, and it's actually on the water, believe it or not. Now, what's really cool about this house is it's on the water, but it's not in a required flood zone. You'll want to definitely, anytime you live on the water, you'll want to make sure you have flood insurance on the property. The flood insurance on a home like this is going to run you about $600 a year. There's no guarantee that it will flood. There's no guarantee that it won't flood, but at least you know your flood insurance is only going to run you about $600 a year. And of course, you got to keep in mind that flood insurance is different from homeowner's insurance. Your homeowner's insurance does not cover flooding, so you want to make sure that you have separate policies. And what I mean by it's not required, if you're in flood zone A, which is the highest risk of a home flooding, then it's required by the mortgage company that you have flood insurance, and it's substantially more. But if you're in flood zone B or C or X, those are the least likely homes and areas to flood, and the flood insurance premium that you pay is much less. And listen, this is legit. If you've bought a home just like this, I need you to leave a comment below, because you give hope and inspiration to other people that haven't purchased a home like this. It's real. It happens. The USDA, they guarantee the loan. It's a rural development loan. We get the seller pay your closing costs as real estate brokers. We have over 90,000 agents around the country, and we have the seller pay your closing cost. And it's a 100% loan guaranteed by the United States government. Now, a question you're probably wanting to ask is, Wayne, what is the most amount of home I can purchase? What's the highest price? And it's not based on price, it's based on income. So the mortgage company will look at your income, and the federal government says if you're going to do a USDA loan, then you can't make over a certain amount of money. Now, keep in mind, it's adjusted gross income. A lot of people say, well, Wayne, what is that income limit? It's going to vary depending on your county, your city, your parish. And for the most part, it's just county driven. And you can go to USDA.gov, you can click on the county button, and you can see there's your county. That's the maximum amount of income that you make. But it's adjusted gross income. So for example, if you have deductions, right? So you make $110,000 or you make $80,000. Or let's say you make $125,000, but if you have $18,000 in deductions because you have 2 or 3 kids, then that amount's going to go below 110 and you can qualify for a home. Now, where the $1,000 comes into play is you're going to need the money to do a home inspection. I always tell everybody, get a home inspection. Don't buy a house without a home inspection. It's just going to give you peace of mind. You lay your head on the pillow the first night you're in your home, and you want to know that it's been inspected. Now, here's what's really cool. Once you do an inspection, that doesn't mean you're buying the house as is. You can do a plumbing inspection, you can do an electrical inspection, or just have a general inspection. They'll run anywhere from $400 to $600 depending on the size of the house, but most of these homes that are USDA homes are typically 3,000 or less square feet, and that just kind of coincides with the price as well. Now, it is a little different, and listen to me here. It's a little different if you're a household of 5. So I said it's $110,650, but if you have 3 dependents, let's say you have 3 children, it's you and your spouse and y'all have 3 children. In that case, your income limit is increased to $146,000. So that's the maximum money that you can make. But keep in mind, it's adjusted gross income. It's not just your gross income across the board, it's your income. You may make $165,000 and say, Wayne, I can't qualify for that. Well, no, look at your tax returns. What does your tax return say that you made? What did you actually pay taxes on? That's your income. Now, some people say, Wayne, I can't do this type of loan because I filed bankruptcy 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Actually, you can. These loans are USDA rule development. They're underwritten with the same guidelines as FHA. That means that if you're 2 years out of a bankruptcy, 2 years out of your discharge date, so you file for bankruptcy, they give you a discharge date, typically within 2 to 6 months after you file for bankruptcy. Within 2 years from your discharge date, as long as you can show 2 years of income, you've paid your taxes, and you have a 620 credit score, you can purchase a house like this. Now, some people may say, well, Wayne, I owe back taxes. I can't buy a house like this. You actually can buy back taxes. Here's what you have to do. You have to contact the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. You have to set yourself up on a payment plan, and you have to show proof that you've been paying them consistently for 3 months. Once you can show proof to a mortgage company, you're set up on a payment plan, and you're paying that amount, and you can negotiate that with the IRS. If you're paying that amount, and here's the kicker, if your income can substantiate, in other words, if your income, the money that you make, can cover your mortgage payment plus all of your debts, plus that IRS payment, you can qualify for a house, $1,000. Buys one just like this. Now, some of you may be thinking, Wayne, I can't do that type of loan. I'm self-employed. I get it. I've been self-employed for almost 30 years. You write a lot of stuff off, and sometimes your income doesn't substantiate what's going to be going out for mortgage payment, that sort of thing. But what most lenders can do is some of that stuff can actually be worked back in there. It's on a case-by-case basis, but at least do yourself a favor and go to contactwayne.com. You'll book a 5-minute call with me. I'll show you exactly what to do, who to call, how to get it lined up, so you can take the next step in the process of buying a house. Now, thousands of people buy houses just like this, literally on a monthly basis around the United States. And I always tell people, it doesn't matter to me if you don't buy a house or not. I just think you're doing yourself an injustice. I purchased my first home when I was 21 years old, and I absolutely don't regret it. And I can promise you, most people, that if you ask them, do you regret buying your house? They'll say, no, I do not regret buying my house. I don't like that. And another thing that's exciting for a lot of people is you can actually purchase a house just like this one. And if you purchase it and close on it at the first of a month, for example, say April 1st, then your first mortgage payment isn't due until June 1st. That's correct. So when you purchase a house, when you close at the beginning of the month, you don't have to start paying your mortgage payment for 60 days. So look, the process is pretty simple. You basically have to have a 620 credit score, 2 years on the job, and proof of income. And they're going to look at your income, they'll look at your debts, they're going to look at everything that you have coming in, what's going out, and they're going to qualify you on the phone. There's no cost and no obligation. You can go to contactwayne.com. You'll book a 5-minute call with me. From there, we can connect you with lenders around the country in your neighborhood and get you in a home just like this one. My name's Wayne Turner. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, let us know what you think, and most importantly, if you bought a house this way, leave a comment. It lets others know and gives others hope that they can purchase a house too.